I think the payment industry is going through a lot of disruptive change. What originally was an industry dominated by plastics is now completely getting dominated by mobile payments. The days are not days of cash are more or less dying. Was getting replaced by plastic, but we now see that the plastic will get replaced by mobile-based solutions, and the role of technology is changing every day, and that will have a major impact on the future of payments business in the region. I think the region is still adopting the new technology, but we see a lot of shift to NFC, to contactless, to chip-based solutions, and even RFID-based solutions, biometrics. And if there's anything, I think the whole market is going to be dominated by a lot of disruptive changes over the next few years. I think NFC is really going to dominate the way people use their cards today. We're also having a major shift from NFC, then contactless, and then, as I just mentioned, the card sitting in the mobile, and with Apple Pay coming in, we can see a complete revolution towards putting the card in the mobile. The second, I think, most important thing is how does that integrate with the customer experience of using it. Definitely the ecosystem has to change. You will even see the way cards get acquired today at a merchant changing, because there are going to be mobile POS. We are going to have an increasing scale of merchants. Small shops can become acquirers. And we see that shift expanding the universe. And I think the cash in the society is really going to diminish. And I think cards will touch everybody. Earlier, cards were only for people who had a particular salary and above. But we now think with prepaid and with all these new solutions, cards will be the only form of payment in many countries. So we see the entire ecosystem developing to support this, regulations and infrastructure supporting it. I think the role of the banks can never decline because they perform two big functions. One is they acquire the customer, and secondly, in the case of credit cards, they lend the credit to the customer. So I think banks will continue to be the channel through which the cards will be sourced. But what banks need to do is to talk to social media, to the mobile operators, to form strong alliances in a way that their customer experience is the best. Banks have been a little bit slow to react and adopt the new technology. And I think probably that's why your question, are they getting irrelevant? I think the banks which actually get a good alliance with the mobile providers or with the loyalty providers, and the ones which give the best customer experience will win. So the role of the banks continue because they are also responsible to give the credit, and the trust factor with banks is very high. So the customers do trust banks with their money. So even for a prepaid card, getting it from a bank, there is a symbol of trust. So banks will continue, but they have to be faster at getting alliances with the technology providers. I think there are two important roles regulators can play, and I think this has been successfully done in many countries already, with UAE being one of them. What we see is a lot of electronic payments being encouraged by the government. So the first thing most governments have done is to get into e-government and e-initiatives. Any country which works on this will have a lead in terms of adopting the new technology. And I think beyond the e-government initiatives, I think the role of cash in the society, governments should discourage cash payments and move to more electronic payments. So the regulators have to play an important role in governing the ecosystem which accepts these transactions, because obviously we need to get the customer a secure channel to pay. I think customers sometimes are reluctant to pay on the mobile because they're not sure. So if we build the right security standards around the mobile, around the acquiring piece, around the customer experience, definitely we see, I think, regulators working with the banks to develop this model. I think AFS is the leading payment processor in the region. As I told you, we operate for over 60 banks. We today process nearly 2 million cards on our system, which is huge. What we have done over the last 3 years is continually invested in technology. We have many of the things which I was talking about, we have it already. We have built a very good analytics capability through which data can be mined, and we can give customer-specific reports to banks to market. We have instant issuance. We can issue a credit card within 5 minutes at any of the branches of the bank. We have an online loyalty platform. We have internet security, 3D secure, we operate that. We have an m-commerce application which is live. And we don't need to call the call center anymore. You can block your own card, activate your own card from your mobile. So AFS is continually investing in state-of-the-art technology solutions on the back of our core credit card and debit card platform. So you get it as a one-stop offering. I think the scale is tremendous. I think there are a lot of companies which have participated, which is great. And I think that we have been continuously busy since the morning, meeting both our existing clients and several new prospects. We're very well organized. I think the space is fantastic. And I think there are so many events happening at the same time. It's hard to choose which one to attend and which not to. So all the best, and I think it has been a fantastic morning so far.